Hey everybody, welcome back to the TrashRats podcast. This is a public service announcement. The COVID-19 virus is very real and very dangerous. You should definitely be very afraid of getting COVID-19, even perhaps on the brink of panic at all times. You need to get the vaccine as many times as humanly possible to prevent yourself from getting this deadly, fatal disease. And if you don't get that vaccine, I mean, I would say you're probably unpatriotic. You're probably just a bad human being. And to be honest, there are no side effects recorded at all. So I don't even know why you would be afraid of getting the vaccine. And so go take care of it. What are you doing, people?
And I want to apologize to China and say that Taiwan is 100% the property of China.
Absolutely.
And Hong Kong, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Monkey, you bring up a good point that there are no side effects of the vaccine because it was engineered and tested and, all the science is already in. And on that note,
the vaccine is as safe and secure as the 2020 election.
Yeah, and it's been tested on like half the global population already, so, and what's there to worry about?
Oh, and
if there was a side effect, we would have read a news article saying so on this show.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, sure. And a big apology to Dr. Fauci. I hope we didn't offend him in any way in the last episode by suggesting in any manner that he may not be 100% a good guy who has the American citizens in his best interest and perhaps.
See, I thought it was obvious that I was being satirical when I sang the song saying Fauci is like a Chinese agent. I did have my fingers crossed as I sang it, so I think that proves I did not mean it. And I would also like to apologize to Fauci and honestly Joe Biden as well.
And there's not even any proof that those emails were Fauci's because he never said they were. So
true. Yeah, I think it might have been a 4chan troll who made 30,000 fake emails just to fuck with him.
I mean, it makes sense to me. God, I just feel like such a heel, like just a general heel. And I don't know, I don't want to be on the bad side of YouTube, but I mean, I'm sure our listeners are probably wondering, or at least a good portion of them are wondering why we didn't upload a podcast this last week. But the truth is that we did. And what was it? A day later, it was taken down for
you can't prove that we uploaded a podcast last week, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and it's definitely not still available on Spotify and what are the other platforms we put our podcast on, Reactor?
Like Podbean and I don't know.
I guess it's really possible.
It was archived.
If there was one, I could just upload it to BitChute, and then we could release it to Patreon.
But do not, if you find this archived episode, do not listen to it. It has misinformation, and if you hear it, you might, you might make a mistake, and you might not get the vaccine.
And the soldiers in the wars are the bad guys. The governments are the good guys.
Well, yeah, and World War II happened exactly the way the American U.S. history books wrote about it.
Yeah.
No, it is really shitty though. Like, it kind of pisses me off, and it's got us walking on eggshells because we got this episode taken down for medical misinformation policy, and I know they're really strict about it, but I guess I don't really remember exactly what we may allegedly have said about the Schmirus. The Schmovid Schmirus and Dr.
The Schmool Schmooting.
Dr. Cool is what I'll call him from now on.
Dr. Fucky.
Yeah, Dr. Fucky. But yeah, they took our episode down, and now it's like we weren't telling people medical misinformation. Like, what the fuck is even misinformation?
Yeah, we were just like going over what the email said, and I wasn't even being like too over the top about it. I was pointing out the things that were like not bad about it. Like he was, I'm not even gonna get in that.
Yeah, it's like, what are we allowed to talk about? I mean, it makes me mad.
The point is, the platform we upload to decides what the truth is. It decides what the facts are, and we were all in the wrong.
And the truth is the only thing that matters.
The media is correct, as usual, about every single thing.
The corporate media. They disagree with each other often, and the truth is subjective. Depending on which platform.
Are you trying to get us banned again, Rusty?
No,
come on,
okay,
calm down.
Fine. You're right. They're all right. There's nothing going on. Everything's correct. Everything's just fine. God,
Hide
damn
under
it.
your
If you
beds.
would like
There's
to-
a crazy plague going on.
If you would like to support our show before we get banned forever, go over to our Patreon because we will keep posting episodes there, even if this podcast gets taken off again and again.
Does Patreon care about the truth?
I don't think so.
Well, if it's just like a link through BitChute, I mean, I don't think that would. But Patreon probably would, yeah, for some reason. I don't know. I really don't think they'll care because it's just, they're not as strict as YouTube on just specific keywords. And I think that was the main thing is if you just say certain triggering words, it kind of just gets flagged. And I probably could even contest the episode getting taken down and our channel getting a strike. Yeah, or else they'll listen to everything else we said.
It's like if they want to be mad about
We have to preface every conversation saying this is not medical advice, because then how could they get so upset about it?
They just took down an episode by this other podcast. The guy's name is Brett Weinstein.
Oh, yeah.
He has the Dark Horse podcast. And he
Isn't he a doctor?
Well, he's a biologist. He's an evolutionary biologist. But he had a doctor on who had like worked on. I'm just gonna misquote a lot of shit, but he'd worked on like schmack scenes before, and things that definitely helped out a lot of people. He's heavily lauded, but he greatly disagreed with how this whole schmandemic is being handled and how the schmack scenes are being forced and other medications are being like you can't even say the word without the episodes being taken down. And then that episode got taken down.
Did you see those videos of the mentally disabled people getting forced, held down, and vaccinated?
No, wait.
I just want to say that was so. Yes, it was so good of them to do that and forcefully do that to them because they weren't.
Well, yeah, because only a retard wouldn't want to get vaccinated, right?
Hey, Monkey, do you mind not using that word?
Yeah, no bad words.
Vaccinated?
Yes.
Do 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 do.
Dr. Retard.
Fauci, you are my king. I want to get down and suck on your ween. I got to redo my song. They took it down. Yeah, that was the original.
yeah. I guess we're gonna have to maybe if there's time, we can write something and record it for the beginning of this episode. But
and we can do a whole music video when I come over.
Oh yeah. We'll just keep praising them until we're on the official good side of Google and YouTube. And
yeah, we should just go over the top and make like a 3 or 4 minute song praising Fauci as much as possible and film a whole music video.
Dude, that's
over,
what that
4th of July.
That's
We
what
should
that
have
fucking
Fauci on the
kid did.
podcast.
We could probably get him on.
Yeah.
What's he doing now? He's done with his book.
I don't know. He's been. He hasn't really been in the public lately.
Yeah.
I'd probably love to do some talk shows.
People usually do go on like a podcast tour when they want to advertise their new book.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fucking great. Just get him on here. Well, I mean, if you think about that kid who made the original song, he definitely had a gun to his head.
I think he was just an Aspie who was nervous in front of a crowd.
Why was he so nervous?
I feel like that was a genuine song.
I don't know. I think I'm starting to think that he was forced into it.
No, he's a kid with Asperger's. He was up on stage in front of like 30 people. Like, I would be nervous too. I don't like going in front of people.
Well, then don't write songs and go in front of people.
And he's lucky he had a mask on to hide his nervousness.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure someone can probably track him down. Maybe we get him on the podcast.
We definitely should. I would love to hear him and Reactor go head to head.
I'll just agree with them.
All right, I'm making a note of that. Find out who this kid is and see if he can come on.
What should we call him in the meantime? The Fauci cuck?
Yeah, Fauci cuck.
Like, what if Fauci cuck and Rusty Cage had a rap battle about who loves Fauci more?
Find out who Fauci cuck is. And get him on the podcast. Okay, noted.
Do you think he'll be upset if we call him Fauci cuck on the show?
Well, a cuck is a term of endearment. Doesn't it mean like husband or something?
Something like that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe like a few years back, like in the old days of bigotry, that might be an offensive term, but I believe that's what everyone is supposed to be now.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be all Fauci cucks.
Yeah. YouTube will ban us if we're not.
Well, yeah. So, anyways, thank you, Dr. Fauci, and sorry, YouTube, and sorry, China. Speaking of autistics, Monkey, I finally watched that horrific video that you sent me.
You watched Nostalgia Critic's rendition of The Wall?
Yes. I don't know why. I have no idea why you wanted me to watch that, because I haven't actually even seen The Wall.
What wall?
Well,
so Reactor, on the episode you were missing, somebody was pretending to be Doug Walker, the Nostalgia Critic, and they asked if we think that he's hot, and then we started talking about the best Nostalgia Critic videos, and I told Rusty he needs to watch Nostalgia Critic's parody/review of The Wall by Pink Floyd, and I guess he finally watched it.
Yeah, it's about 39 minutes long, and it's probably the most unnecessary video that I've ever seen. Monkey, did you say that you've seen it, or you haven't yet?
Oh, I've watched through it twice, one time while high, one time while sober. I don't know which one I enjoyed more.
Okay,
You got high
all right,
before?
see, I was... What? Yeah, I'm sure. Well, Monkey, of course, got high for this. You almost have to. It's like...
It's horrendous.
It's essentially just him... I guess he's reviewing the movie. Was it like a movie compendium to the album The Wall by Pink Floyd? Is that what The Wall is?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so,
Yeah,
I've
it's like
never
a
seen that before.
Rockumentary or something, isn't it?
Yeah, like a rock opera. So the
Yeah,
whole
whatever.
time it's just him like shitting on it, saying how pretentious it is and trying to pick it apart. But at the same time, all the points he's making seem to apply exactly to his parody of it as well. And it really just came off as like a dude who was bitter for no reason but to seem like a contrarian, and also failed horrifically at music. And he had that other dude on there, like this other kind of a big music YouTuber.
He had the lead singer of Slipknot.
What?
That's who that guy was.
Who was? Which lead singer of Slipknot was on? No, that wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
What the fuck? He had a big YouTuber. I didn't see that. He had who's the lead singer of Slipknot? Corey something?
Yeah, Corey Taylor. And Corey Taylor's son plays young Corey Taylor in the video.
Oh my god.
That was his son the whole time. Slipknot's from
Holy
Iowa, I think,
shit.
so I have a personal connection to this bullshit.
What did they owe Doug Walker that they had to do this horrific art piece garbage?
Well, did you notice, or did you watch it to the end where Corey Taylor sings the SpongeBob SquarePants theme song?
No, honestly, okay, so I saw that character, but I didn't recognize him as Corey Taylor.
I if I'm wrong about this, I'll look like an idiot, so I'm going to double check, but I'm almost certain that it was him.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of looked like him, but I mean, how old was the video? Because it looked a little younger.
This is from 2019.
Okay, so I don't know. I'm starting to think. Well, he did mention that somebody was gracious enough to come and be on the episode.
The lead singer of Slipknot.
Why?
That's Corey Taylor, right?
Oh my god! Yeah, that is Corey Taylor. What the fuck,
Yeah.
man? That changes a lot of things for the worse.
Yeah, and why did he not have the lead singer of Slipknot perform music in his fucking rock opera parody? Why does Nostalgia Critic sing all the songs?
Yeah, and so I think the songs were written by Rob Scallion. I believe that's his name. He's the YouTuber, and I thought he was the only, big other person in the video, and I was like, man, that's fucking shameful. But that's way worse that Corey Taylor was in it. Rob Scallon.
Yeah, they had him on set and filmed scenes with Corey Taylor for 2 days.
It was, I don't know. It was just who was that video made for? It's made for the generation that's right in between millennials and Gen X, like the truly forgotten middlemen who peaked in 1999. That's what I got out of it. I don't know. It was just very irritating. I felt like I wasted my fucking time watching it. And
There's a great video by this YouTuber called Folding Ideas, he's kind of a cuck, but he makes some good videos, and he really dissects Nostalgia Critic's video and explains the whole history of the original Wall and how Doug misinterprets basically everything, and it's such a good video. I've watched it more than I've watched the Nostalgia Critic video, so that's my recommendation of the day. Go watch Folding Ideas video.
Oh yeah, yeah.
about
So
this.
that was definitely like what Nostalgia Critic. What it seemed like a lot of the points they were making was that the wall was like super deep and trying way too hard to be meaningful, but it fell flat. I guess the wall just fell flat. It didn't hold up to actually having any deeper meanings, and they're just like, oh yes, I'm the bad guy. I'm the teacher. All teachers are bad. You're right, Pink Floyd. Just very mocking, and it's just like, oh god, you fucking hate Nostalgia Critic. It just, because I hadn't really watched any of his videos, I just didn't like the way he looked. But now I have watched 39 minutes of his videos, and I hate him
all
even
of his videos
more.
like that?
Oh, they're all horrible.
Oh.
But this is
I
the
got heard
magnum
before.
opus of horrible garbage.
Well, he definitely has a fan in Slipknot, I suppose.
I hope that guy got paid.
Yeah,
You guys
I
fans
hope
of
so
Slipknot?
too. Okay, all right. So I'm actually split on Slipknot because I think that their shit, when they're actually trying to be, like demonic and do like the heavier metal stuff, and Corey Taylor's doing the heavier vocals that are, I guess, more screaming, that seems to fit the theme really well. But then whenever he switches into like the smooth guy singing voice, where he's like, oh, it just completely takes. Now I'm just being as bad as Doug Walker, but it completely takes me out of the whole thing. Like they're wearing these demon masks. They're like wearing these horrific creatures looking like
Mike
monsters
Myers or something.
Yeah, and then he's singing like with smooth voice vocals.
Isn't that
What is the most popular Slipknot song?
The one that was spliced with Justin Bieber. Psychosocial. That's got to be it.
Okay.
I can't even name any.
Yeah, I don't know. I never really listened to him growing up, but
Yeah, my
they
friends
have
all
a few
did,
that
but
are.
I was like, yeah, I never cared.
Push my fingers into my eyes. Can't even remember how the songs go, but
Well, if you had to do a tier list, Slipknot, Disturbed, and Korn, how do you tier them?
Oh god.
I'd go Slipknot. Disturbed. I don't know, because like I don't know
You
a
like
lot
Slipknot more than Disturbed, and you've been talking shit the whole time?
I
Well,
don't
I
like
think Slipknot has
Disturbed,
good
but
songs.
I would still put.
I like Disturbed.
I don't like Disturbed, but I think they're above Slipknot and Korn, and I think Korn would be at the bottom. I don't know why my friends liked all three of those. I never understood it.
What Korn? I mean, I don't know. They completely were under the radar. I remember they came out with a song with Little John years back, and it was just underwhelming. But it's kind of funny because a lot of these, I don't even know if Disturbed is in the same genre as Slipknot and Korn.
Get down with the sickness, Rusty. Hello.
All right, but there was definitely an era of
Have
music.
you ever gotten down with the sickness, though? Because
So-
maybe you just can't relate.
What does
you know
that,
what
what does that refer to?
It's up
AIDS?
to whatever you want.
Down with the Sickness lyrics? Like the song is.
It's about hating your mother.
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. Is like all these bands, these guys are just like, and like they're singing
Fucking
like
hate
that.
my mom. No, mommy, I don't want to. No.
It's in most of
I like it because it's kind of cringy.
Yeah, I always thought of them as like grown men who were like wearing costumes and pretending like they were cool because they thought they were cool.
yes,
Like Kiss.
And then my friends would all dress like them and like headbang and stuff. Like, what are you doing, man?
wear like the red prison jumpsuits.
I don't think my friends went that far, but I guess they would wear Slipknot shirts and shit. And I just thought they looked like idiots.
On school picture day, they would gel their hair to be a bunch of spikes.
Wait, this song really is about him hating his mother.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember that being a part, but I didn't realize the whole song is about it. So yeah, there's the "No Mommy Don't Hit Me" part. I think that's spoken. You stupid, sadistic, abusive, fucking whore. How
they
would
cut
you
that
like
part
to?
out of the radio edit, unfortunately.
How would you like to see how it feels, mommy? Here it comes. Get ready to die. All right.
Isn't that just like edgy and cringy enough to enjoy?
At least
Yeah.
Eminem did it in like a stupid way. That's just like a cringy way.
Yeah, Eminem did it in a way where he's like still kind of hanging out with his mom, but he, he just makes fun of her.
Yeah.
But a lot of these bands, like, I do find that they're mostly just singing about some girl who left them because they're fucking emotionally
it's
insane,
emo, right?
Because they're in a gay band.
You're right. It's emo. It's emo on fucking steroids. It's like punching a wall emo and like fuck this. I'm not gonna let that bitch keep me down.
It's the modern day
alright,
version of that, like Five Finger Death Punch.
Yeah, Five Finger Death Punch definitely would fall into that.
Man, all the bands
I'm
I never listened to.
Kind of glad that music genre is gone.
Yeah, I'm glad like Justin Bieber's like the new kind of pop.
Well, I mean, that was butt rock and new metal. I'm not sure they kind of blended together a little bit, but I don't know.
Didn't Justin Bieber peak in like 2010?
I don't think so. I think he's
dude,
been
no,
holding
is he
in
still
there.
around?
He's still making hits.
He's got a radio hit out now.
Yeah, most
I
of the
thought
other.
Sorry was his last one.
Well, I don't even know what that is.
Sorry.
like,
Yeah, when are we getting Rusty doing covers of Justin Bieber songs? The whole album.
God, I
Do
shit
it.
myself in the
Do
head.
it. Do a Justin Bieber album cover.
You'd
That
probably
was-
make more money than your other 4 albums combined.
I hope not. Here's the thing. I saw Justin Bieber when he was like growing up on YouTube, and I hated him ever since. Also, I was thinking about
jealous?
this. Yeah. Eventually, but it took a long
It's the
time. before I got
metrosexual
jealous.
haircut that makes you angry.
Justin Bieber's?
Yeah, his metrosexual haircut when he was like 14. Like,
No, he
that's
had
how
a-
I knew I hated
He had a
him.
bowl
like
cut.
the-
That was
it was like
really
K-pop
common.
hair.
Yeah,
right?
it was metrosexual as fuck, dude.
That's
Well, that used to be
metrosexual?
a really cool haircut. back
No,
in
it
the
wasn't. It was like
What, did you have that haircut, Rusty? I never liked that haircut.
Yeah, all the kids in my class would like their mom would put a bowl on their head and just shave around it. And
Yeah,
we would
that's
laugh at them.
That's why it's called the bowl cut. Is
Yeah.
because if your parents don't know how to cut hair, they just put a bowl on your head and they take buzzers and they just kind of cut and shave down.
Yeah, that's what we did for Vincent the Atheist in my short film,
Oh,
and
that's
it
right.
did not look like Justin Bieber.
All right. Well, okay.
Well,
all right. I will
your
say
hair
this.
didn't have enough volume.
Yeah, that's fair.
He
Yeah, it was a
conditioned
little
his
greasy.
hair.
But there was the bowl cut, and then there was the center part bowl cut, and the center part bowl cut was the way to go. That's like what Jonathan Taylor Thomas had, and
Is that from Home Improvement?
yeah, among other things. Listen, man, a lot of people don't remember who Jonathan Taylor Thomas is, but if you type into Google JTT, you will see that he has reserved 3 letters exclusively for himself.
What about Justin Thomas Timberlake?
That's
that
just
really
JT.
Yeah, that's even bigger.
Yeah, he doesn't need that many spots to reserve his name.
Well, that was another thing in the Nostalgia Critic video is they made a whole album and they were like selling the album. I would love to see those sales numbers.
And he says that we're selling this album, and it's really a love letter to Pink Floyd, and every song's like, Pink Floyd is shitty and overrated, and they think they're deep, but they're fucking dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, when he said that, I was like,
Okay.
oh, this is a love letter? Like, wow, you really
Love letter
hate...
to a band he clearly hates.
Yeah, and then they advertised like a this must have been Corey Taylor's doing, but they advertised like a child's charity or something at the end of it. I just want to see how many people watched that video, which is horrifically downrated, and then decided I'm gonna go contribute to this kid's charity.
You should tweet at him and find out how much money he made selling the album.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can do this. Is he still active on the internet?
I have no idea. I don't follow Doug Walker on anything.
Doug Walker tweet.
Who's Doug
Kids
Walker?
therapy.
I don't even know.
He's the Nostalgia Critic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
So if I type
I don't know.
DW, does his name come up?
No, that's Arthur's little sister.
DW? Oh, yeah.
DW.
Well, Reactor, do we have any news stories this week?
I mean, none that I want to talk about.
Ones that won't get us banned from
yeah, not really.
from
'Cause,
YouTube.
like all the news I pay attention to is like,
Well, are we not even allowed to talk about like
I don't know. I'm
I
scared.
mean, at this point, if Corona is over, do we even need to talk about it anymore? Like, does anybody want to hear us talk about the vaccine
it's
for
not
month
over.
19?
It's not over. What is it?
It's fucking over, dude. If you don't have to wear a mask anymore, it's over. Like
You do have to
I'm
wear a
done
mask,
paying attention
though.
to this shit.
Unless you're vaccinated. Are you vaccinated?
No, I
Why
don't wear
not?
the fucking mask. Who's gonna
Do
make
you want
me?
to die?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Touche.
As far as I'm concerned, Corona is 100% over, and anybody who still talks about it is living in the past.
I kind of agree with you there. Like it's just forced.
Oh, shit. Hey,
So maybe we shouldn't talk about it.
It's a little late, but I just typed in CP into Google, and pictures of me when I was
Okay.
younger came up.
Oh, really?
Chris Poole?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So I guess if you want to see pictures of Chris Poole, aka Reactor, younger, you can just.
You don't need to finish that sentence. I don't want to get this episode banned as well.
Oh, okay. Oh God, geez, let's just suck all the humor and fun out of the show.
That's Susan for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Why is YouTube against CP? I don't get it.
Good question.
Well, El Salvador is the first country to adopt Bitcoin as a legal tender after passing a new law.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that kind of exciting?
And if you have 3 of them, you get citizenship.
What?
3
Yeah,
Bitcoin?
some shit like that. I don't know. It was something like
What's that, like $100,000?
No, one
yeah,
Bitcoin
about right now.
is like 34,000.
Yeah, so it would be like 100. Do the
Yeah,
math.
Rusty, my math checks out, you fuck.
Who would want to get citizenship to El Salvador?
I mean, are they locking people down and forcing them to wear masks into banks and stuff?
Well, no,
Are
but
they grabbing their hands and breaking their arms in several places?
pretty much it has the highest murder rate in the entire world. It's like 100 out of 1,000 people are murdered by those metrics. I need to look that up to fact check.
You could probably just say 1 in 10 at that point.
Yeah, but I guess just the sample pool. Let's see. El Salvador murder rate. I saw some videos from El Salvadorian prisons. They have also some like what does it say? Homicide drop.
Is there
in
a
El
South
Salvador.
American country's prisons you haven't watched videos of?
I don't
What
think
South
so.
American country has the best prisons?
That's also
Either
a good
El
question.
Salvador or fucking Brazil.
Brazil? Yeah, man, I don't know.
No, their homicide. Sorry, it's 100 out of 100,000. So it's 1 in 1,000 people in 2005 would get murdered, which to
That's
me
not that
that's a
bad,
little
right?
bit high. I don't know. I mean,
Well,
your
no,
odds.
Chicago's a lot worse.
Is it
Yeah, I'm from the streets.
Chicago murder rate per 100,000?
You might have to divide it by race.
Yeah.
Oh, why they make me do this? But I was looking at an El Salvador prison, and they had some of the most overcrowded prisons in the world, where people are like, there's just thousands of people crammed into one room. There's not enough room to lay down without laying on top of someone else. So this footage, it's horrific. It's just people all pretty much having to spoon each other because they all have to lay on their side, so they have the maximum amount of floor room.
And heat?
Yeah, and heat. Even though
They
it
should
seems
build
like
a
it's
bigger
hot
prison.
there.
Like,
Somebody should.
If I was in a prison like that, I would just leave.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'd get the fuck
I
out
mean,
of there.
like, if there's that many people packed into the prison, why would you stay?
Well, speaking of up and leaving a hellhole, Reactor, you recently moved out of Chicago, and we never really talked about it on the show. Like, why did you leave? I thought you loved that city.
I wasn't allowed to leave my house, even when they were shooting at it. So I thought that place is crazy.
Wouldn't you want to stay
I thought
inside?
it was because the mayor said she's only accepting interviews from black people. I thought that was the final
She also
straw
told
for
the
you,
police
'cause
she told the police not to arrest black people anymore and to arrest white people more because the prisons are racially imbalanced.
Wait, what was the exact quote? She say not to arrest black people at all, or just to arrest more white people?
Well, the governor made it illegal to arrest black people.
You're fucking lying.
Yeah, I'm just making shit up. But the place is a hellhole, and like I had to sleep in my bathtub a lot because they would shoot at my house. And then
I mean, some real Kyle XY energy.
Yeah.
So
And-
I mean,
and
the
it was
murder
stupid
rate
'cause
there is
my bathtub was next to the wall, so it was crazy.
the murder rate's 18.26 per 100,000. So that's a little better odds, but not crazy good.
What was El Salvador?
100.
Oh yeah, it's a lot worse.
Yeah.
But that's an entire, like prison nation.
Yeah.
Australia's
Australia's a prison
would you rather
country.
live in Chicago or El Salvador?
I guess Chicago. Or I would probably be a minority in El Salvador, though, wouldn't I? And
Reactor,
minorities.
Are you
get
making
all
this up?
kinds
Did
of
you
free stuff.
actually sleep in the bathtub?
Not every night, but like when they were shooting at the house, yeah, you have to, because the
Like
bathtub's
when-
it's made of steel.
Yeah. So I'm familiar with that, like that, just the concept of sleeping in the bathroom to avoid. But like, how often would you hear shootings, and how nearby would you say it is, or you just kind of were, not taking any chances?
You probably in Chicago, you can hear shootings every night, and sometimes you can even see the people running, like from far away though. Or like they'll run towards you, but it's because they're running from. Like the shootings are always in different places, and it's gangs, so it's not like they actually go to target people.
I follow the Breaking 911 Twitter account, and like at the end of every weekend, they like to give you a running tally of how many people were shot and killed in Chicago. And it's like I feel like it's an inside joke with the people who run that account. Because like they never talk about other shootings really. They always let you know that 18 black people were killed in Chicago. One of them was 4 years old.
Yeah, well, it's a reoccurring argument, just because it ties in so much with, first off, like the mainstream narrative of trying to get rid of assault rifles when clearly a majority of homicides happen with handguns, and a majority of those, or not a majority, but a good considerable amount of them happen in Chicago, and the victims are African American.
I guess you can actually have guns now in Chicago technically, but you probably can't get a permit. You're legally allowed to apply for it now. But
oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, it's
why the fuck did they decide to do that?
So I think like in 2010 or something, someone sued the city of Chicago because it was like actually illegal to have a firearm. And the funny thing is, all these like crazy shootings happen in gun-free zones. Like if you make a gun-free zone, the shooting rate will increase for some reason. It's almost like the bad guys know that law-abiding citizens will be unarmed, so it's safer for them to go around shooting in there.
Yeah, I'm really
no
kind of
one does
split
mass
on
shootings
it.
at a shooting range. You ever notice that?
Yeah, I mean that is where Chris Kyle got
gun stores
killed.
Yeah,
but it wasn't a mass shooting.
Yeah,
but I'm so split on that, because I know people are gonna fucking hate this, but like, I'm all about Second Amendment. But it does seem like if you eliminated all guns, if somehow you're able to possibly do that, there would be less shootings. However, to just have gun-free zones, it seems like such a ridiculous argument. Like, who the fuck would that possibly stop?
Because it's literally a disarmed, law-abiding citizen zone.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's all it is.
Hey, wait a minute. And nobody has guns here.
Yeah, like, or it's like if you have a sign in your store that says this store clerk doesn't carry a firearm. It's like, well, okay, you're probably gonna get robbed at gunpoint because it's like,
are those real signs?
I mean, no. But
theoretically.
Yeah, if they had a sign that said "I'm not armed," it's like,
right,
you're probably gonna get robbed at gunpoint. More likely than the other place that the criminal doesn't know and has to figure out after the fact if the guy's armed.
Maybe we should do that whenever y'all come down for the 4th. We should go to a gun range or like go shoot somewhere.
Or we should print signs that say, "Warning, store clerk is unarmed."
we could just do that too.
And then just stick them to store doors without them knowing.
Oh my God. Just open them up for business. Mumpy, do you have any interest in, how do you feel about guns?
Yeah, I've gone to gun ranges before, and I don't know what gun it was because I'm not a gun expert, but I shot a gun that looks like a big gun. Like, it wasn't a handgun. I don't know if it was semi-automatic fucking, but it was the kind where you can just keep firing a whole bunch really fast.
Yeah,
and that was kind of fun.
Semi-automatic. Automatic is when you hold the trigger down and it just fires. And then semi is you have to keep clicking the button. And then
that's what it was.
Not semi-automatic means like you have to crack it open, load a round in there,
If I had to guess what it was based off of my Call of Duty experience, I think it was like an AR-15, but
so
round?
Definitely was.
Yeah. Your 15-year-old self was very excited.
No, I did this like 3 years ago.
No, that's what I'm saying. But like, you're just,
practicing like a school shooting.
Yeah, I guess
You know something funny?
Yeah.
I've never shot a handgun before. No, not a revolver, not a pistol, but I've shot a 50 cal mounted gun that had like a butterfly trigger and just like fully automatic, like
Oh, a little BB
giant
gun.
rounds. 50 cal, like
Yeah, a
blowing
woman's
shit up.
gun. Yeah, my
on
mom
top
has
of
one of those
Humvees?
in her purse.
No, on the top of the Humvees. But I've never shot a handgun. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, maybe one day.
Should we replace the boxing match with like shooting each other with guns?
I don't know.
Like rubber 50 cal rubber bullets.
No, just like we both get a real gun and see who survives, like a Mexican standoff sort of thing.
It would be kind of fun to do near the end of my life. Well, I guess that would be near the end of my life.
Well, not if you win.
It's true. We'll just do a battle royale or Hunger Games.
Yeah, I think
A
that'd be
real
more
one.
fun than the boxing match. Just go in the backyard and shoot each other.
Would it be legal to like set up like a battle royale lottery for like $1 million and have a bunch of poor people fight to the death for $1 million? Like by choice, they all sign, a legal agreement that whatever happens is on them. But whoever,
Well, if boxing is legal, then why not this?
yeah, whoever gets
it's
the
actual-
$1 million and walks away with it wins.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like what I would imagine a modern day gladiator fight would be. And I think there should be gladiator fights. That'd be, not only would that be awesome, but people, as long as there's no actual like fuckery and like slavery involved with it, why shouldn't people be able to beat each other to death or use weapons or whatever? I mean, we have MMA and shit, and that's pretty
If you want to be
violent.
part of the elite class, just fight to the death and one of you gets to join the elite class. And then,
Yeah, you get to be a judge. I don't know. Maybe it's kind of sick, but I would really enjoy to watch a gladiator match.
As long as it's between
Yeah, I
consenting adults, why not?
yeah, they don't have to be to the death, right? And just be to the
Well, they should be.
If
amputation
it's not to
or
the
something.
death, then who gives a shit?
First
Oh,
one
to
to
the
Yeah, it's
lose.
kind of
amputation.
boring.
First one to
Might as
lose
well be
all
a
of their
YouTube
limbs.
fight.
Yeah. So someone's
Oh,
just
hey,
on the
did you-
ground and you have to chop their. Okay.
Yeah, the king will give a thumbs up or thumb down if you have to chop off their arms and legs.
I'm 100% for it.
Did you guys hear that porn star died?
Who?
Dakota Skye?
Rusty's
No.
mom?
Yeah, you know who that is?
Not my mother.
No.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just some porn star. It was in the news, and I guess she took a picture like with her shirt up in front of a George Floyd mural, and she started getting harassed online. And then
Okay.
like I guess that was like the significant part of the story that they were pointing out. Like she was harassed by trolls online a month or two ago, and now she
What, so
she
is
was,
this like a suicide?
she was found dead in her mobile home by her husband or some shit.
Okay, if you're doing
shit.
porn and you live in a mobile home, you're not doing porn right.
But a mobile home in LA.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's pretty good then.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
maybe-
gonna,
maybe
I'm
it was
gonna
like-
upload this image. So did she kill
Oh, you
herself?
found it? Yeah. No, she was found dead down. They didn't really say. She was
okay.
27 years old, so it doesn't sound natural. I think the online trolls killed her for taking that picture.
Let's see. Yeah, are you sure they didn't say?
Rusty, is she hot enough to do an honorary memorial fap tonight? Should I even bother?
Yeah, I mean, I think she's pretty hot. But she's
Okay, I gotta
dead,
look this
so
up
that's-
then.
yeah.
Dakota Skye? Okay, let's take a look.
Oh, yeah.
see.
Rusty, you posted it in the news article submission.
Oh. Of course.
Oh.
Just so they
Yeah,
could see it.
she's-
You did it on purpose.
yeah.
right?
I wanted everyone to know.
Yeah.
She's
our
not. I
Discord.
mean, she's whatever. I'm not gonna waste my time on this one.
Yeah.
I just want to see if they say how she died.
I didn't. I only read one article, but yeah, it just says she was found dead. Probably stopped breathing.
You think that's how she died? She stopped breathing?
Yeah.
How did she die? Who was Dakota Skye and how did she die? Yes, let's find out. 27-year-old veteran, blah, 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 blah.
Said veteran? What?
Yeah, well, at 27, yeah, you're pretty much.
Like veteran porn star or what?
A veteran of the cum wars.
Yeah.
right.
Her body was confirmed by her husband. Yeah, okay, whatever. It's still unknown. But
What, husband? Could you imagine being married to a porn star? Like she's fucking other dudes and shit?
just enough. He probably
Does that make him a cuck?
Maybe he was responsible.
Yeah, it makes him a giant cuck. Like if she's
I don't
just
know,
like
man.
doing Girls Gone
I think-
Wild, flashing her tits, that's fine. But like she's like sucking and fucking other dudes, and then comes home to kiss you and make you dinner.
I
and
feel
shit.
like-
Well, he might
feel
be a
like,
porn
hey,
star too.
If your wife is
That's
fucking
how
a
they
bunch
met?
of dudes
Yeah.
and you don't give a fuck, that makes you a Chad.
Yeah, a Chad cuck.
Yeah, maybe. I
Chad Cook.
guess.
What would Chad Cook look like?
This woman's husband.
Okay, maybe some of
Google
our
what her
more
husband looks
artistic listeners could draw a picture of a Chad Cook.
Speaking of pointless questions with no real answers, should we go to our Patreon questions for the week?
Do we have to?
Yes.
I mean, we don't have to. We could just cut the episode of 40 minutes. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, no, let's do it.
Okay, Rasta Billy wants to know, question for Reactor.
right.
Are you wearing socks?
Yeah, I am. Actually, brand new socks. I never wear socks twice because they're so cheap.
Justin Kim wants more clarification. Why did Reactor move? Did we basically cover that?
Yeah, I don't know. I basically moved because, I lived in a blue state and they're literal World War II Germans, so.
Where did you move to?
West Virginia.
Isn't that going to be blue pretty soon, though?
No, it's pretty red.
Okay.
I mean,
Trend
people from
Central.
DC
Wait. I kind
move
of want to
in.
know about this. West Virginia. Like, are you in a city part? Or are you going to go up to like the?
No, I'm in the mountains. I'm in the
Appalachia.
mountains.
You're going to talk to the.
I'm in
locals?
Appalachia. Yeah, well, actually, I haven't really talked to the locals.
Are you actually in the mountains? That's fucking. Seems pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. We just dealt with the whole locusts, cicada storms.
Oh man,
Are you
have
going to
seen
start
this?
eating them?
Yeah.
Did you guys have cicadas?
Oh, yeah. I had a whole bunch for lunch this morning.
Oh yeah, and for cereal. No, but
Yeah, I'm going to dip
I got-
them in chocolate.
I've seen them in Chicago, but not like this. Like here, it was like they were swarming. Like they were landing on you, and like they're so stupid. They're just
Is that
everywhere.
a new thing or that just happens every once in a while? Like,
every 17
Every 14 years or 17.
well, there's different species of cicada, and this year was the 17-year brood or whatever, and it's the biggest. So yeah, I actually saw like
And the tastiest.
a weather radar map that confused the cicada swarm for a storm. It was pretty interesting.
holy shit. Well, I was wondering why. Like, I have been seeing a lot more like videos of people talking about eating cicadas.
Yeah, if you want
And-
parasites and shit, I don't know, man.
Yeah, Rusty, didn't I ratio you the other day about that?
Well, you might have, but also you just called me out on my joke. Because I forget what it was. It was like some dinosaur. It was like some tweet about a dinosaur that like catches bugs and then drops them in a river, and then a fish comes out and then it catches a fish. It was talking about how smart these hypothetical dinosaurs would be if they actually did this hypothetical thing.
Don't animals do that?
Yep, now they do, yeah. Like some birds. So they're just saying, yeah, an old prehistoric raptor would also do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then Rusty replies, I will not eat the bugs, which is, I guess, the new meme for all the Alex Jones people on Twitter.
And Charles Schwab said, you're going to have to eat the bugs. Oh, did you guys hear? I kind of late for news, but you heard about, what was it? They had a BlackRock investment company buying all the houses for like 25% more than they're worth.
No.
Interesting that they would be buying stuff for more than it's worth like that.
What's
I think it's-
BlackRock?
Just a investment firm, hedge fund.
Okay.
Yeah. So for some reason, they're trying to get rid of their liquid cash and buy land for whatever it takes, which is interesting because that's what I would do if the economy was about to, splatter against a wall.
God damn it, man. This is fucking driving me insane. BlackRock buying houses isn't to blame for chaotic housing market, but either way, so BlackRock is buying a shitload of real estate, which, yeah, definitely that's a way to hedge your bets against a market collapse and
Yeah. It's good though, because
hyperinflation.
if the US dollar becomes toilet paper within the next month, that loan you have on your house can be paid with toilet paper.
Yeah, no, really. I mean, that's why I'm glad I have like a fixed rate 30-year loan. So if the dollar at least goes to shit, then I don't have to pay much. But also I lose all other money that I have, which is why I've been trying to just follow this this AMC meme stock.
Yeah, but that
Hey,
still
that's
goes
the
by.
next question, actually.
Oh, is it?
Oh, yeah.
Trend Central, how much GameStop and AMC do you guys have?
Are we allowed to say like, yeah, this isn't financial advice because we're not licensed financial advisors? But
Does YouTube care about that?
Yeah, I mean the SEC does, and
Yeah,
whatever.
But
So-
Rusty, I saw your tweet, like just so many clickbait articles about stocks and shit. Like if that's okay, I don't know why we wouldn't be able to
Well,
talk about
because
no,
it.
you can.
they're-
You have to clarify that you're not telling them to buy it
yeah,
because they're gonna get rich quick.
Okay.
so you can like report
yeah.
on it, but there's definitely, I mean, GameStop. So GameStop exploded initially in January when they were trying to do like the short squeeze. Like, I guess a bunch of people who were betting that GameStop stock would drop and the company would fail, without getting too technical or whatever. I guess they took out options. They took out like a timed thing where they would have to eventually buy the stock back. And people on Reddit realized, oh, all these people betting that the stock will fail are going to have to buy their shares back.
Yeah.
So as long as we keep the price relatively up, they're going to
gonna
buy
have to
back,
yeah.
and then the price of the stock is going to go up, and then they're going to have to pay out.
It's not just that though. It's because they sold more than the existing number of shares, which is actually literally impossible and illegal because it's like selling your car to 100 people, which is called
that's
stealing,
the,
right?
The naked
But,
shorting.
Yeah. So the thing is that they're going to have to buy 100% of the shares in order to pay back their loan, which means if you hold a share, they have to buy it from you or they're committing a crime.
Yeah, but they commit crimes anyways. They already
Yeah,
committed
right?
crimes.
Yeah. So, I
here-
mean, yeah, it's the question
here's where I'm at with it.
is it allowed?
It's like in January, I did, right when the hype was happening, I didn't really know what the fuck it was. I didn't research any of the GameStop stock squeeze stuff. So I bought I forget what I bought at, but I bought high. And then and essentially the next day was when Robinhood and other brokers just made it so you could not buy any more GameStop, which was horrific fuckery.
And yeah,
Because
technically illegal, I believe.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I have no idea, but like then nobody could buy GameStop, and the whole trend just ended. The
but it
stock
didn't.
dropped again. Well, it didn't. It
No.
didn't
So the
officially end.
media is trying to like lie about it, like, oh, you don't do it. It's gambling. It's gambling. Like, no, it's not. They 100% have to buy it, or they're criminals. So I mean, it's only gambling if they're above the law, which technically they could be. I doubt it though. I doubt they're going to get away with it. So hold on to it. Refuse to sell it until they offer you whatever price you want. Which a lot of people are like saying, okay, I'll sell it to them for $1 million.
Yeah, and I don't think it'll get because so what happened with GameStop is after it dropped, because it went from initially like what $30 to like $300 something dollars, or no, it went up to $500.
It went from $3 to like $4.50.
Yeah, and then so it went way the fuck up, and then it dropped, and then it kind of just went back up, and it was like the other day it was at $300, so it was still way up. But now essentially everyone's trying to do the same thing with AMC because they see that there's a lot of people betting on it to fail, and there's a lot of perhaps fraudulent shares that were
Yeah.
being borrowed and that have to be, sold back or bought back. And so, yeah, I have some money in AMC, and I've really just been watching the stock market
You have
every
GameStop?
day. Huh?
Do you have GameStop?
Yeah, I still have GameStop.
Yeah. I guess the
didn't
question
sell.
was, how much do we have? I've got 7
No.
GameStop and 20 AMC though.
Yeah, I'm not going to say exactly how much I have, but I mean, I have a little bit of GameStop, and I have a good enough portion of AMC that it's making me watch, like, I'm just watching the market all day and hoping
Yeah,
that
don't
I
do
can
that,
get the
man.
right. Well, I'm just waiting.
It'll drive
'cause
you nuts.
It might, but here's the thing: I don't want to fucking miss the
Squeeze?
major. Yeah, I don't want to miss the squeeze. I want to sell whenever the stocks are really high
Yeah.
and walk away with
Yeah,
like, who fucking knows how much money. I'm sure this is stupid and whatever.
Well, I
and
mean,
it's a huge gamble. Blah blah
They've,
blah blah
they've,
blah.
they've been bouncing their checks. They're still going to have to buy it. So they like the media is trying to cover for them. Like, oh, it's too late. You guys missed it. Don't even try. It's a bad idea. It's gambling. And really, it's like they're lying just as much as they are about the election being, not rigged. Which it wasn't rigged at all. 100%
Right.
rigged. I'm just saying, like, hypothetically, if it was rigged, that's how much they're lying. Literally lying. So it's just kind of a sign that they're panicking, and that's what you got to go off of.
But yeah, AMC, I'm up 33%, and I'm kind of waiting for this next Friday which seems to be an important date or something. And
also, GameStop just got a new prime minister, so that's good.
what? Oh, they got they're getting a new CEO.
Yeah, or whatever whatever title they give the guy. It's a new guy, and he's planning on doing a share recount, so it's gonna force the margin calls.
Now, Reactor, honestly, do you think that this is just going to work out how everyone's saying because it's the law? Like, oh, they have to buy these shares back. Everyone holding on, their stocks are going to soar, and they can sell whenever it's super high and walk away with $1,000 a share or whatever.
I think Wall Street's going to Allahu Akbar before they pay out. So, but I'm okay with that too. If you want to destroy Wall Street, if Wall Street wants to die rather than pay me, then die.
I think that they're figuring out new trading strategies. They're going to manipulate the market, and they're going to come out of this just fine, and we're all going to just be saying, fuck, they did it again.
I think they're going to print a bunch of money so that they can pay us, and then what they pay us isn't going to be worth shit.
Yeah.
So it's going to destroy the economy even worse than it already is, and just be the final straw that breaks the economy's back.
It's very possible. I mean, that's what several other people are predicting. I guess if I get any gains from this, I'm going to instantly try to buy any real estate that I can afford.
Oh, good luck with that. You can't buy shit. Nothing's for sale. Everything's getting scooped up, or at least out here it is in the mountains. Because everyone's trying to flee the mountains.
In Florida too. There's a lot of places, like even in like bumfuck outside of cities. Like people from New York are just coming down and buying all this property, which is very telling of something spooky to come.
Yeah, New York is dead. And I really think all these people fleeing the blue states know what they're doing. They're not like going to move and then vote blue again. They left because they realized that Democrats are literal World War II Germans.
Oh, I don't think so. I think Texas is turning more and more blue by the day.
No, it's not. Did you see the whole border? The like 85% Hispanic counties went like over like 10% more
but
red than
Beto
normal.
and Ted Cruz were like neck and neck for so long.
That was when they had the rigged elections.
Well, so you think magically no election will ever be rigged then?
I think
a lot of these,
if you try rigging one now.
I think with all the Californians and New Yorkers moving to the South, I think a lot of these red states are going to turn purple.
Well, I think another thing I believe is that these blue states aren't even blue. It's just that the Democrats are cheating. And then because they've been blue so long because of the cheating, everyone just accepts like, oh, it must be people voting, when really nobody's voting blue. It's all lies. So all the people leaving,
one worldview.
It's just that they're leaving and now their vote for Republicans actually counts.
I mean, that's the big fear, is that, all the people coming from California who've essentially just destroyed their state, they're just flooding into places like Texas, and they're going to vote the exact same.
But that's the thing. The people who are staying in California are the people who want to wear masks and force vaccinations on people. They're like, this is good.
Probably just the ones who can afford it. I think most people move out because they can't afford it anymore.
Yeah,
that too.
Yeah, I agree. But
they
here's
know
the
why
thing.
they can't afford it.
I mean, Florida's always been a kind of a purple state. Like, it's always swung back and forth.
Or has it?
I don't know. I think so. I think it's just a different breed. I think there's maybe just some underlying corruption in general that it doesn't matter who you say you side with. There's just other things in play, but I'm not exactly sure what those things are. So I'm not really worried. Like, we've been blue several times since I've been alive.
I don't think there's not going to be any blue left after this year.
Why is that?
Because so many election reform laws, like what is it, the ballot watermarks, which suppress voter rights. I know, but that's what they're going to be doing. So that's what the DNC is saying now, because they were talking about watermarking ballots. They're saying that it's racist and it suppresses voter rights.
So why would there not be any more blue states?
Because they're going to have to make counterfeit ballots with the same watermark, and it's going to be a headache.
Oh, yeah, but as long as they don't pass that law.
Another thing, they actually found out the ballot printers from the 2020 election, and this is just a science fiction story I made up. This is just a movie I'm writing.
Of course.
And they found that they actually printed Republican ballots different than GOP ballot, than DNC ballots. And it caused, the way they printed the Republican ballots caused the machines to give errors, which forced those ballots to adjudication.
If there was some merit to that science fiction story that you just wrote, that would be
and there is, yeah. And they actually, I heard they subpoenaed a bunch of the ballot printers. So stuff's about to get good.
Oh God, man, the whole world's about to go to shit.
Yeah. Oh, they were also printing what was it? I saw a video where they showed some lady who was a Republican, science fiction story. Also, this is a different story I'm writing. She had like her brother's mail ballot and her. So her brother was Democrat, she was Republican, and on it there was a barcode on both of the outside of the envelopes, and the barcode had a D on her brother's and an R on hers. So you could just like straight up look at these ballots and see what they were registered as. And, so you could just be like R, throw into the garbage.
Right. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why
this stuff.
It's so strange. Like the more you try to make it not so obvious, or like it should be at this point, this day and age, very easy to anonymously and securely vote.
Yeah, I know.
I would think, anyways, but whatever.
It's like they're
I don't vote.
Pretending like they don't understand. Like, we just don't know how to do it right. Sorry, guys, it's just so hard. And everyone's like, yeah, we get it. It's just hard. No one's ever been able to do it right.
Yeah. Even though we're still using like the same systems from, well, whatever. This is all old
90s.
news now. What are we still going to be talking about? Ballots and whatnot. Do we have any more questions from the patrons?
Yeah, sure. We only went through like 2 so far, right?
Yeah, Cokehead Tortoise wants to know which guest we regret having on the most.
I don't know.
Probably like Emp Lemon, right?
Probably Emp Lemon, yeah.
Like Emp Lemon, he'll go on Twitter and say, "Oh, I'm too good for Twitter. I'm quitting Twitter. I'll never tweet again." And then he'll post 5 tweets in a row about how his like pizza order got to his house too late.
Yeah, Emp will say things to me like, "Oh, why don't we start a podcast?" I was like, "We had a podcast. You quit." And he's like, "Yeah, podcasting sucks. Like no one listens to him." I was like, "What'd you just ask me? Why don't we have a podcast then?"
I think he just doesn't want to do it with me.
I don't. I think maybe he just didn't like the format or something, but I don't know.
It was basically his show. He picked all the shitty topics. We didn't even give a fuck.
I know he made the name and what we talked about and everything, but so I don't know. Yeah, Emp Lemon, fuck him.
And he doesn't even have fast enough internet to record a podcast.
That does suck. Yeah,
that was
so
a big like he overlooked that when he was buying his house.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for him about that. He moved out. I won't say where, but like, yeah, there's just no internet out there. So he's got like old people internet.
Get that Starlink.
I think that's what they're trying to do. And so that's gonna be a real game changer in the Emp Lemon universe.
He's gonna start tweeting every day.
Oh, it's gonna happen. He'll finally.
That's
start
probably why
streaming.
he doesn't tweet. So when he tweets, like when his pizza was late, he drove all the way to the local McDonald's to use their internet.
Just a tweet.
Mm-hmm. Like, my fucking pizza, man.
Well, he comes to my house to upload videos.
Oh yeah, that's what I would do.
You should charge him money for that.
I should.
Yeah.
I think that's all the real questions. I don't see anything else in here.
Really?
I mean, if you see one, go for it. Like, so for Rusty, what makes There Isn't Any God worthy of 50 remasters, but I Wish I Had a Wish worthy of none?
Interesting question.
The song wasn't done, and so I made it how I foresaw it. There's also only 2 versions of it if you're not considering a live version, so I just remade it once. So that's
there you go, folks.
Question.
Another round of great patron questions. If you would like to ask one yourself, go to patreon.com/I still don't know TrashRats.
Oh man, you didn't even get into
Patreon.com/TrashRats.
Yeah, join up. Go in our Discord server. Rusty's in there talking in the general chat every day. So if you want to talk to Rusty Cage, now's your chance. You can ask a question. So much good stuff going on.
Well, I guess maybe eventually I want to hear about what the hell buck breaking is.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you can listen to the new Is It Kino podcast over on the Mumkey and Big Show YouTube channel, because My podcast talking all about that movie went up yesterday.
Have you ever
baby.
buck braked before?
Broken a buck?
Yeah, buck break dancing? What's buck break dancing?
I don't want to get into how many bucks I've broken because I think it's kind of a touchy subject in this day and age.
Well, can you at least just tell me can you just explain is there like a quick answer to what buck breaking is?
Yeah, so the idea behind the documentary is that black people naturally cannot be homosexual, and that white people corrupted them and brainwashed them into being gay. And the conspiracy is we're making black people gay to reduce the population because, gay people are not breeding as much as straight people. So the whole idea is white people are evil and gay, and black people are superior, and they're all hetero.
Interesting.
It's a pretty good movie. I actually really enjoyed it.
Are you familiar with?
Go ahead. I was gonna say it's like it sounds like that community is like splitting themselves off from the conservatives who say literally the exact same thing about the Democrats. Like they're making us gay on purpose because they're trying to stop the population growth and blah blah blah. They're trying to corrupt us, and then these guys are like it's all white people who are doing it.
So are you saying you might agree with the messages of the film?
Well, no, because like they're seeing a different enemy, and I don't care. I don't. I mean, I believe the Democrats want people to be gay. It sure as hell seems like it. Like they encourage it, they're teaching in schools now, but I don't have a problem with that. If you convince someone to be gay and then they decide they're happy being gay, then that's no big deal to me. As long as you don't...
the issue with the documentary is that they do have a problem with it.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying it seems like they have they're seeing the same problem, but saying it's them doing it, and then these other guys are like, no, it's them doing it. It's all of you.
I mean, I think it's a little absurd to say black people can't just be gay without influence.
No, I don't know.
You don't think a black person has ever just been gay?
No. Yeah, what about Lil Nas X?
Yeah, he's gay, right?
Yeah.
He's very.
You think he was brainwashed by white people?
Yeah, right. I don't know. No, I don't know. I think it's all ridiculous. I mean, I don't doubt that they're trying to encourage people to be gay because they think the world is overpopulated. But I think if someone tricks you into being gay and then you enjoy being gay, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, I wasn't gay until I saw Reactor with his shirt off.
Wait, but have you?
God, I wish. Can that be a Patreon goal? If we hit $1,000, you'll post a topless photo on Twitter.
Sure. Yeah, if we
gives you plenty of time to start lifting.
But we're already at like 900.
No, we're not.
Yeah, I just didn't say anything because I figured if you guys didn't ask, I didn't have to give it to you.
You could just keep all the money and give us like $50 each.
No, we're not. I think we're
okay. Bye, everybody.
Well, wait. I just want to end on this note. Tyler Perry, he opened up to Oprah and said that his father brutally beat him with a vacuum cord once.
What? Was that real? A vacuum cord? Oh, a cord, not the hose. I was like, that's got to be the stupidest thing to beat someone with.
I was trying to if you beat Tyler Perry with a vacuum hose and it goes like
no, it makes that like a slinky kind of noise.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's what happened.
No, a cord sounds like that's like a whip.
Yeah, it'd be so much better if it was the hose. Well. All right, bye for real. Later.